You are a very successful Bollywood actor. You have a great fan following.
I'm managing somehow.
The youth looks up to you, that's the point. So, do you think it was correct or it is correct for you to take a political stand?
That's a very big question, because like you and me, like everybody else, I am also a citizen of the country. I am also a human being. I have come from grassroots level to wherever I am today. I don't live in a vacuum. I am affected by things that happen around me all the time. I'll give you an example. I was training for my movie called Battle of Saragadi, and we were doing infantry training, and we were doing workshops, and we used to get up at 4 o'clock every morning. So one morning I woke up to the Uri attacks, and I read about it, and it was not war, it was nothing, it was a peaceful unit. These boys were sleeping in their barracks, and they were burnt alive. I was very affected by it. Then I went for the roll call, and I was doing the morning drill with the young boys. They were most of them 19, 20, 22-year-olds. I looked them in the eye, and I said, and I began to care for them so much, and I looked them in the eye and I said, what if this happened to these people, to these boys? I was very disturbed, because all talks had failed. I, in my own citizen opinion level, and there was this whole talk going about how we should isolate them diplomatically and economically, and I don't know what to do next. So and there was this hashtag going around, ban Pak artists. So I wrote that if we are trying to isolate them diplomatically and economically, maybe we should also isolate them culturally. And I used the hashtag. And for that, I got different kinds of brickbats. I got silent treatment, and I still do get silent treatment from a lot of people in my own fraternity. It was my attempt, or rather naive attempt, at stopping the violence, taking a step towards it, but it was only concluded as if it was against artists. We are artists. We are like any other person. An artist, also a citizen of a country. Now, similar to this, Meryl Streep. All of you heard Meryl Streep's beautiful speech at the Golden Globes. She was lauded. She was very witty. She was on the point. I also lauded her. And when she said that, a lot of people here said, why don't Indian actors express their opinions about all these things? This is exactly why we don't. No matter which side of the coin you are. Is it okay that if you speak against the establishment, it's freedom of speech, and you're again put into a label? And if you speak about something you like about the establishment, you again put into label like, bootlicker and many other things I don't want to talk about. The point is, why cannot we express an opinion or a desire without being labeled? That is the problem. You can have an opinion, you might disagree with me, it's fine. And as for the youth of the country, I think we are a very young country. I think they are the future of our country, and I am not at all worried about it, because the youth today is very well informed, also because of social media, very well informed, and they are very outspoken, so there is nothing to worry about. I think they can make their own decisions.
So coming back to MTV Big F Season 2, the concept of the show is quite bold. It talks about women and their sexual fantasies and their desires. Do you think India is ready for this kind of a concept to be aired on television, mainstream television?
Well, it is 2017, guys. Why are these things still a taboo? I have a reason for it. I don't know whether you guys do or not. I have a reason for it. Because there are two Indias. It's not one India, there are two Indias. One India that has arrived, and another India that is aspirational. It is getting there. This show is about that aspirational India, where a person, man or a woman, can express his or her desire or opinion without being labeled or lynched for it. And I think, most importantly, this show talks to men. And that is why I am here as a host of the show, talking to these men, that a woman is not the object of your desire to do with her as you please. She's a person, If you do it, you're a stud. If she does it, you're a slut. If she's wearing a short skirt, doesn't mean that she's asking for it. All these things have to be addressed, and it has to be addressed to the men. That is what we need to change.
But Randeep, with women in India facing so much violence, like on a daily basis, do you think a show like this is going to give, well, wrong ideas to men or boys?
Bus. This is exactly why we are doing this show, MTV Big F. These are the very questions we are trying to address. And it is for both men and women to understand that if a woman enjoys sex, it doesn't mean she's a slut. And if she's hanging out with the boys, it doesn't mean that she's characterless. She's a person, just like you and me, and she has the right to consent. And in fact, this is one of the main things that I am talking about in the show. And it is the idea of consent. And we've got 5 points that we've addressed through it, which are as follows. I'll read them out to you. When someone says no, it means no. It's not maybe, it's not perhaps, it's not because she's shy, it's not a game. Uski na mein haan nahi chupa hua hai. If a woman desires you, she will let you know. Trust me. And if she can't let you know because she's inebriated, that means it's an absolute no. You cannot take advantage of her. And if she's unsure, let her take her time. You cannot assume it's a yes. And if she asks you to stop midway and changes her mind, respect that and back off. She does not have to finish what she started. She doesn't owe you anything. So these are some of the pertinent points that I am addressing through the show to the men in this country.
So Randeep, since you and the show are, it's about women in sexually strong roles and stuff, and clearly this is what you think our country needs and the youth needs. Do you think this show will open up the minds of the youth?
I certainly hope so. That's the attempt here. We've tried to create a show which is not preachy, it is engaging, and it is up to the young people to make up their minds and make educated decisions. That's what it's about. You have to make educated decisions. And so this is what we are trying to do.
Thank you so much, Randeep. I
Pleasure.
really hope that MTV Big F Season 2 achieves what it's aiming for. I'm very excited to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a short photo op. So if we could just wait for the setup.
डेब्यू हो रहा है टीवी में, क्या कुछ कहना है?
नहीं, टीवी एक बहुत अच्छा माध्यम है लोगों तक पहुंचने का, और मैं खुश हूं कि मेरा डेब्यू एक यूथफुल चैनल से हो रहा है, क्योंकि उन्हीं से मेरी बातचीत ज़्यादा होती है, तो आई रियली लाइक द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द शो एज वेल. सिर्फ वो ऑल दोस थिंग्स दैट आई हैव नॉट ऑलरेडी आंसर्ड ना.
सरबजीत की बात किया अवार्ड मिला है,
I don't follow awards so much, but I'm glad if it's getting accolades.
जैसे कि होस्ट भी करने वाले, तो क्या क्या तैयारी की हुई है आपने होस्टिंग के लिए? जैसे कि हम लोग पहला सीजन देख चुके हैं, तो काफ़ी मतलब एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
इसके अंदर मैं काफ़ी मीटिंग्स हुई हमारी, काफ़ी डिस्कशंस हुए कि क्या क्या हमें इसमें पॉइंट आउट करना चाहिए.
इंडिया सिर्फ एक नहीं है, दो तरह के इंडिया हैं, दोनों जगह एनवायरनमेंट अलग अलग है। तो इन सारी चीज़ों को मद्देनज़र देखते हुए इसमें मेरी इन्वॉल्वमेंट काफ़ी महीनों से चल रही है, फिर हमने जाके ये शो किया।
Randeep, of course, today is Women's Day. You have this show which, in a sense, empowers women. They talk about issues like
The hidden desires, yeah, forbidden desires.
Right. But on the other hand, when you go on social media, these trolls are actually threatening them and trying to target them. Today also we saw one such troll which was targeted at a woman who's a singer. Although she's a Muslim, she sang a Hindu devotional song.
Trolling is absolutely wrong. Trolling of men and women both is wrong, and trolling of women is even more wrong. There should be, you are not done that you threaten women and pass lewd comments and do all those things. It's absolutely wrong, and I think today Menka Gandhi ji, who is the minister for all this, has set up a separate cell to protect women against it. And as I said before, that the social media portals should also address it very seriously. Abusing and nameless, faceless people abusing people and and threatening people is absolutely wrong. We cannot stand for it.
Also for the fact that art and artists are way above religion, creed or anything. Do you think they should be targeted just for singing like this girl who just sang a Hindu devotional song?
Absolutely. We are all humans. Recognize the whole human race as one. That's very important.
रणदीप जी, आज वुमेंस डे है, तो आज सोशल मीडिया पे देखा जाए तो आज रामगोपाल वर्मा जी ने ट्वीट किया था वुमेंस डे के रिलेटेड, तो आपका उसके क्या रिएक्शन है?
ना मुझे उनके ट्वीट ना मैंने पढ़ा है और ना मुझे इंटरेस्ट है।
What was your idea behind coming on this show and being a part of it?
Because it really, I really don't do much. If you look at my filmography also, things that I don't believe in, and I really that it is about time we started having a conversation about the forbidden things, the so-called taboos regarding women in our country. And I think it's a great opportunity, and I've really collaborated with the show creatives. And I think it's about time we started doing that, and it's about time we stopped labeling people and lynching people for their opinions and expressing their desires.
Rather than talking about women empowerment, don't you think as a society it's important now to really start feeling it?
Absolutely. That's why I said there are two Indias. One India has arrived and another India is aspirational. This show is targeted at the aspirational India we all want to be a part of, where any man, woman, regardless of gender or religion, can express their opinion or their desires without being labeled or lynched. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you.